Hey guys, YouTuber here. And yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I have made a video. Yeah, basically just since September started, I came down with a cold. I was having a sore throat and a stuffy nose. And then I like started having this cough that you hear right there. Yeah. And I've just had this cough for the last couple of weeks. And I just really haven't wanted to make a video because I didn't want to do something where I'm coughing through the whole thing. And I even tried to make a video yesterday, but I just couldn't do it because I was just kept coughing constantly. So yeah, so that's really why I haven't really made any videos for the last couple of weeks, just because I just came down with these cold symptoms, especially with this cough that I've had basically for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, but yeah, today I got a maximum strength cough syrup, and I've just started taking it today. So yeah, maybe now my cough will start to go down. So yeah, but I just started taking it today. So yeah, in this video I may be coughing a little bit, constantly, but yeah, as I continue to take this cough syrup, it should be going down. All right, but anyway. Yeah, so, okay, this is a video that I've actually wanted to do for a little while, because I've been, seeing some videos of WWE from, the mid-2000s, in, in 2000, from, 2004 and 2005, and I've been, seeing some people say that throughout that period, from the 2002 to 2000, whatever, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, yeah, just from a certain amount of time that SmackDown was better than Raw throughout that whole period, which is not true at all, because yeah, Raw had actually become better than SmackDown by a certain point, because, yeah, I'm sorry about this coughing. And so, yeah, people can, really, make a strong argument that SmackDown was better from, 2002 and 2003, because, yeah, during that period, SmackDown really was, really great. SmackDown really had a great product in, 2002 and 2003. I've even said before, in the 2002 to 2003 period of pay-per-views, that was really when the SmackDown portions of the pay-per-views actually really were great, and Raw really was pretty mediocre on pay-per-view. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, but yeah, there are people that really would just want to say that throughout, let's just say, from 2000 to 2005 and stuff, that people want to say, SmackDown was actually better than Raw throughout that whole period, but that isn't true. Because, yeah, like I said, in 2000 and 2003, people say that SmackDown really was great, and Raw really was just, considered just a Triple H show, because it was really when Triple H was just, beating everybody, this was, during his reign of terror. And yeah, SmackDown really was pretty great. I mean, SmackDown really did have really great stars. I mean, people constantly look at the SmackDown 6. There's Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Edge, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, and Brock Lesnar and stuff. People really want to call them the SmackDown 6 and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, and yeah, SmackDown was pretty great with them. I'm with it. And yeah, and for the 2002 and 2003 reign, SmackDown really was really awesome. I mean, people really do want to say SmackDown really was the superior brand during that time, which, yeah, people can really make a strong argument about that, because Raw during that time really wasn't, Raw really wasn't terrible, but like I said, Raw was basically just Triple H just burying everyone. And yeah, Raw branded pay-per-views in the 2003 really were not that great. Well, the SmackDown brand of pay-per-views really were awesome. There was like Vengeance in 2003. There was No Mercy, and yeah, even like in 2004, No Way Out was like a pretty good show. But yeah, in 2000, in 2003, Raw had like Bad Blood, which really was not too great. There was no Unforgiven, which really again wasn't that great either. And Armageddon really wasn't that bright either. So yeah, by 2000, in 2002 and 2003, like SmackDown really was like really great and stuff, and Raw really was pretty mediocre. But once you flip like the calendar over to like 2004, 2004 really was when SmackDown really was like starting to really suck, and that was when Raw really was like getting a lot better. And yeah, by 2004, like Raw really did become the better show of WWE. Like Raw definitely by 2004, Raw was easily better than SmackDown. Because yeah, let's just go over like the stuff that happened on Raw and SmackDown in 2004. I'm gonna start with Raw. So, yeah, in 2004, Raw, there was like Chris Benoit coming to Raw after winning the Royal Rumble. So, yeah, that was when like SmackDown lost really one of their best talents there. So, yeah, that was really when SmackDown suffered. And yeah, in 2004, Raw had like, of course, like Chris Benoit becoming the World Heavyweight Champion and stuff. And yeah, there was also like stuff with like Raw really building up Randy Orton as a main eventer. Because yeah, Randy Orton like had the 7-month reign with the Intercontinental title, and yeah, of course, like Randy Orton was really being built up as a big main eventer during that time. Like Randy Orton had like the rivalry with Mick Foley, and they had that match at Backlash, which was great, and really the match of Randy Orton's career. And yeah, Randy Orton also like was having matches like Shelton Benjamin and Edge and stuff, which were like pretty good matches. And like Randy Orton eventually ended up losing the Intercontinental title at Vengeance in 2004. And then just like the month after Randy Orton lost the Intercontinental title, that was when Randy Orton did become the World Heavyweight. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold my coughs in. That was like, you just saw me going like that. But yeah. Anyway, Randy Orton like won the World Heavyweight title just a month after losing the Intercontinental title. So yeah, that was really when Randy Orton was really like pushed to the main event spot. But yeah, of course, like that ended up like kind of like falling once like Randy Orton lost the title to Triple H the next month. So yeah, I guess people can kind of complain about that, but still, 2004 really was when Randy Orton really did like rise as a main eventer. And the same thing can be like said for Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin really like become like a real big rising star as a singles competitor when he was drafted to Raw in 2004. Because yeah, Shelton Benjamin like he had like big matches with guys like Triple H on Raw and stuff. And yeah, Shelton Benjamin was like, of course, like having all these big matches and stuff, really coming to a rising star and stuff. And eventually, Shelton Benjamin did become the Intercontinental Champion. And yeah, Shelton Benjamin like held the title from like October in 2004 until June of 2005. So another big title reign right there with the Intercontinental title. And yeah, during like this time, like the Intercontinental title really was like losing a lot of prestige. And with like Randy Orton and Shelton Benjamin's Intercontinental title reigns, they really did help bring prestige back to the Intercontinental title with their reigns looked as really strong champions. So yeah. And even like the tag division on Raw really was like pretty good in 2004. There was like you had La Resistance, which were like some people looked at as the superior version with like Sylvain Grenier and Rob Conway without Rene Dupree. And yeah, there was also of course like Hurricane and Rosie. Like after like Rosie like switched costumes, which like graduated from his training. Like Rosie really did become a fan favorite, and people really did like Hurricane and Rosie. Yeah, and even Eugene on Raw in 2004, he was actually like pretty over too. Like, look on Raw when like Eugene and William Regal won the tag team titles, like the crowd went nuts for that. So yeah, Eugene really was like a big fan favorite on Raw. in 2004. Or, yeah. So yeah, there was like a lot of really big stuff on Raw in 2004, but move over to SmackDown in 2004. SmackDown in 2004 really was pretty bad. I mean, of course, like Brock Lesnar like ended up leaving really shortly after WrestleMania 20, and also like on SmackDown, like you had some teams breaking up. There was like the world's greatest tag team ended up being separated, of course, with Shelton Benjamin being drafted to Raw. And the APA also ended up like being split up after like they lost that tag title match and where Farouk was fired, and that's when Bradshaw transitioned into JBL. And yeah, the JBL run really was really bad. And yeah, he had the terrible WWE Championship reign. Yeah. And even like Undertaker in 2004, Undertaker really did have some pretty bad rivalries in 2004. I mean, Undertaker, like that rivalry he had with Booker T in 2004 really was not very good. The rivalry he had with JBL for the WWE title, that was just like a really not a good rivalry at all. I mean, their match at SummerSlam really wasn't good, and their last Ride match really was pretty average at No Mercy. And also, Undertaker had the horrible, horrible rivalry with Heidenreich. So yeah, Undertaker had bad feuds in 2004. And yeah, the tag division on SmackDown really was like pretty bad in 2004 also. I mean, in 2004, SmackDown had teams like, oh man, I mean, there was like Billy Gunn and Hardcore Holly. There was like Charlie Haas and Rico. There was Kendo Suzuki and Rene Dupree. Just, oh gosh. Now, the tag division on SmackDown really was not very good at all in 2004. Yeah, and also, like, even the Cruiserweight division on SmackDown 2004 really did fall pretty far. I mean, yeah. Yeah, because, yeah, you had, like, stuff with, like, Chavo Guerrero and, like, Chavo Classic, like, in the Cruiserweight division, and, yeah, there was, like, that terrible angle with Jacqueline in between, like, Chavo and Chavo Classic, where, like, Jacqueline actually won the Cruiserweight title from Chavo, like, really? Yeah, the Cruiserweight division really was just really bad on SmackDown by that point. Yeah, and also, like, the pay-per-views and, like, in 2004 really were, like, SmackDown's pay-per-views really were, like, pretty bad. And, yeah, the Raw pay-per-views in 2004 were actually pretty good. Like Raw's pay-per-views in 2004, they had, like, Backlash, which was, like, a great show. Like, I reviewed that already. There was Bad Blood, which was really good. Vengeance was also pretty good. And Taboo Tuesday, it was a decent show. And even, like, Unforgiven, also from Raw in 2004, I guess that was, like, a decent show, too. But in SmackDown's pay-per-views in 2004, Judgment Day really was, like, pretty average. The Great American Bash just sucked that year. And, yeah, No Mercy really was pretty average, especially when you compare it to, like, 2003's No Mercy. It just really showed how far SmackDown had fallen in 2004. And yeah, Armageddon in 2004 from SmackDown was also pretty forgettable, too. So, yeah, Raw had the better pay-per-views in 2004 than SmackDown did, and Raw definitely overall had a much better product in 2004 than SmackDown did. And even moving towards 2005, I mean, that still continued. Like, SmackDown really was still not very good going into 2005, and Raw still was, like, pretty, like, really doing really well. I mean, yeah, like, 2004 and 2005 was really, like, Raw's best period of the original brand extension. Like, Raw still had some, like, really great storylines and pay-per-views. Like, Vengeance in 2005 really was, yeah, some people have said Vengeance in 2005 was really, like, the best Raw exclusive pay-per-view of the original brand extension. And yeah, it was like a pretty great show. And yeah, the SmackDown pay-per-views in 2005 really were pretty forgettable. I mean, No Way Out. I mean, does anyone even really remember much from No Way Out in 2005? I mean, it had like the barbed wire steel cage match with JBL and Big Show, but even that really was not very good. I mean, the Great American Bash that year was pretty forgettable too. Just, yeah, SmackDown's pay-per-views in 2005 really were pretty forgettable, but yeah, Raw's pay-per-views still were pretty memorable. It was like Backlash that year. It had some good stuff to it. I mean, of course, with like Hulk Hogan making an appearance on the show. I mean, it was like a big moment there. So yeah, people do seem to remember a lot of like, yeah, the Raw pay-per-views in 2005 were at least memorable, and SmackDown's really were not. Yeah, and plus, like, in 2005, SmackDown really did have some pretty bad storylines. Like, there was that storyline between, like, Kurt Angle and Booker T, where, like, Kurt Angle was, like, really becoming, like, some kind of pervert. Like, he was, like, having, like, some stuff going on with Charmel and stuff. I mean, just, like, it was just, like, a really terrible storyline. Just seeing Kurt Angle as a pervert, I mean, that thing was just disgusting to see, really. And also in 2005, SmackDown had the retarded storyline with, like, Rey Mysterio's son Dominic being, like, Eddie Guerrero's biological son and stuff. And I just really hated that rivalry. I just hated it. It was, well, not the rivalry, but the storyline. Just, it was stupid, and just, yeah, it really did, like give the Rey Mysterio Eddie Guerrero rivalry kind of like a real sour taste. I mean, the rivalry was awesome, but it included this stupid storyline. Just yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So yeah, Raw really wasn't perfect during the 2004-2005 run. Like Raw did have like some dumb storylines. It had like that. Like, especially, like, stuff with Kane. Like, Kane had, like, that thing with, like, the rivalry with Matt Hardy and Lita and stuff. And there was also Kane's rivalry with Snitsky. So, yeah, it's, like, yeah, Raw did kind of, like, have some problems during that period. But still, I mean, Raw was still definitely, like, a much better product than SmackDown was during that period. So, yeah, I mean, I think people really need to remember, like, how much bad stuff really was going on with SmackDown during that period before they just go out saying that SmackDown really was better than Raw throughout, like, the entire 2002 to 2005 period and stuff. I mean, I understand people really hated Triple H's Reign of Terror, but they can't let that just get in the way. I mean, because they gotta look at, like, some of the actual other good stuff that Raw had during that period, rather than just looking at something that they hated and overlooking everything else, and just decide, well, SmackDown really had no Reign of Terror, so that automatically makes it better. So, because that's not the case at all, because, yeah, SmackDown in, like, 2004 and 2005 really did suck, and Raw really was really awesome, and that was really Raw's best period of the brand extension. So, yeah, that's just something that people really need to think of whenever they say that SmackDown was better than Raw throughout this entire time. Alright, so yeah, I just really wanted to just talk about this because it just kind of gets to me when I see people say that. Alright, so yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I apologize for like the constant coughing that I did throughout this video, but yeah, hopefully like my cough will now get better now that I'm taking this maximum strength cough syrup, and yeah, I'll try to get back into making these videos more often. Alright, so anyway, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.